every one of the websites that we've surveyed has an average 39 connections to other sites. And it's very difficult for us to know if this is densely connected or not compared to other places. For instance, in the Germanic-speaking countries, it might be expected that there will be some connection there, or maybe in the Low Countries, or maybe between Spain and Portugal, or maybe Spain and some countries in Latin America. So we would really love it if someone would try to get some data that we can compare with. The countries are, of course, much more densely within the borders than they are across the borders. So as you can see from this blurb, I mean, it should be evident, right? Denmark is in red. Denmark is really densely connected. So you can see it from how dense the subnetworks are. And there are many links back and forth in the Danish networks, which you can see because the subnetworks are so dense. So in Norway, the sites link to a more variety of sites, so there's a greater diversity of the links, so it's not as sort of clustered as the Danish one, but it's still concentrated in the middle, right? Sweden in yellow is not as densely connected as Denmark and Norway. But there is traffic across the borders, especially where there are sort of cultural, commercial, and logistics links. So here, between Sweden and Denmark, there is actually a bridge that connects the Swedish city of Malmö with the Danish capital Copenhagen. And there's a lot of traffic, internet traffic, also along that geographical connection. The strongest indication of linking practices, however, is corporate ownership. In fact, we found that 96% of all the hyperlinks we collected linked between newspapers that belong to the same corporation. So that means that because on the local level, 70% of all the newspapers on the local level, they have independent ownership, they're not part of the corporation. Local newspapers are essentially sort of cut off from this hyperlink ecology. Local newspapers are kind of in the shadows of the network because of this. So as we can see from this distribution here, which shows that to the very left, very few sites have a large number of connections, and as you see to the right, a very high number of sites have a very low number of connections. So what this means is that the brokers or the agenda setters in the digital ecology are basically the same as they were in the analog era, right? Large, corporately owned legacy newspapers with resources, and they're well-established digital infrastructures because they're corporately owned primarily. And these tags won't mean anything to you, but these are the main newspapers and broadcasters in Scandinavia that have always been the agenda setters, and they are still the agenda setters in the digital legacy news landscape. So what does this tell us about the structures of the Scandinavian online news landscape? Well, for one, central location is very important, being located in the capital, right? The same is incumbent